Hello friends, good evening. Welcome to today's class. Now today's class will be about mapping. As I told you last time that on Saturdays we will be doing mapping. But before we start, I need a clarification that the audio is clear. If there is any issue with the audio. Hello Zainab, please give a thumbs up if the audio is good. Malar Vizhi, good evening. Am I audible? Am I visible? Is all good? Before we begin, hi Fatima. Hello everyone. Let's wait for a few more seconds before everybody joins in. Hi, I exist. Hello. Thank you for the clarification. So I think we should start our today's class. As you guys know that we started from continent Africa, and in Africa we are already done with some part of it, that is this part, the northern part. Then we went along the east and eventually up to Zambia. That is what is done up until now. If you know, these are the countries that touch the Mediterranean. As I told you, the trick as M-A-T-L-E. Hi Dua. So these are the countries that touch the Mediterranean. After that we went to the eastern part. Then there was Sudan, that is here. Then the seed, the trick was seed for the Horn of Africa. S-E-E-D was the trick for the Horn of Africa. Kenya, this is a country where the name is not mentioned, so I would like you to tell me in the comments what is the name of this country. To the south of Kenya, what is the name of the country? Please tell me in the comments. Okay. Then there was Malawi, Mozambique, and then Zambia and Zimbabwe. Some people, if you have confusion about which country is Zambia and which country is Zimbabwe, just remember Zambia is Z-A. Z-A. The A comes first and then it's Zimbabwe. Z-A. Clear? Nitisha. Hello. So Zambia, Zimbabwe, these are some of the countries that we already finished. Now today we'll start from this country, that is South Africa, and go to the north and eventually end the continent of Africa today. Is it clear? Correct, Zainab. It's Tanzania. That's good. Now when we finish it, after that we'll start the physical features of Africa. That is more important as compared to the political, because that is from where the chances are there the questions might be asked. If you look at the map of Africa, we are starting from South Africa. I will tell you just a brief introduction about how the questions can be there. If you look at this map, this is the portion of South, this is a portion of Africa. Now this line is the Tropic of Cancer and this line is equator, and the finally southernmost is the Tropic of Capricorn. Now if I ask you, hello Shambhavi, if I ask you the question, tell me one thing, which are the countries through which the Tropic of Cancer passes? If you don't know about the map, it will be very difficult for you to memorize. Then you will have to memorize the name of each and every country. That will be rote learning, because you don't know which country lies where, but you know the name of these countries because you have already learned about the map of the African continent. Now take a look at this. You can name a lot of countries, if not all. You can name a lot of countries like this. This country is Algeria, as we already learned about it. The Tropic of Cancer will pass through Algeria. It will go through Libya, then Egypt. So these are some of the countries that we already know. So you should be able to identify such things on the map from where the Tropic of Cancer will pass. When we are done from the today's lecture, you will be able to guess all the names of these Tropic of Capricorn and equator. You will name all the countries from where the equator will pass and all the countries from where the Tropic of Capricorn will pass. That shows the importance of mapping in UPSC exams. Now let us start today's class with the southernmost country of African continent, that is South Africa. See, if you look at this map, first this is the portion that we're going to study today, South Africa, the most important country, and you will have to take lots of points from this country because there are a lot of things that you need to remember from here. First, you will find there are 3 capitals. South Africa has 3 capitals. First one, Cape Town. Second one, Bloemfontein. This is the second one, and third one is Pretoria. So South Africa has got three capitals. Very important to know. It can be a question. Name the country that has got three capitals. So the three capitals: Cape Town, Bloemfontein, and Pretoria. Why are there three capitals? Because there are separate capitals for judicial. Judicial capital is different, executive is different, and legislative is different. Like for Bloemfontein, it is a judicial capital. Okay, this is how the different capitals are there for South Africa. Another important thing that you need to know about is there are two very important cities here. First one is Johannesburg. It is a very important place because it is rich in gold mines. Johannesburg is rich in gold mines. Okay, and then we have Kimberley. This is known for diamonds. So two very important cities, Johannesburg gold and Kimberley for diamonds. So up until now, what you've known about South Africa is it has got three capitals: Cape Town, Bloemfontein, Pretoria, and two very important cities. First one is Johannesburg and second one is Kimberley. After that, there are some important ports as well, starting from Durban. Very important port, as we learned in the previous class as well, some of the important ports as well, like there was Dar es Salaam and other ports. Similarly, Durban is also very important port in the African continent and it lies in South Africa. Clear? After that, we have some other ports as well: Port Elizabeth, Cape of Good Hope, and Cape Agulhas. Okay, Cape Agulhas. It is the southernmost port or the southernmost point of the African continent. Is it clear? So these are some of the points that are there in South Africa. So this is what we learned up until now. Cape Town, legislative capital. Again, Bloemfontein is the judicial capital and Pretoria is the executive council, this executive capital. Then we have Johannesburg, Kimberley, and all the important ports that are there. Port Alexandria, Zainab, that is right. Tell me the name of the river that it is associated with. Port Alexandria. There's a very famous river as well. So now let's move to another two important countries. For these two countries, to just have a look at South Africa first, you will find a very interesting thing here. This and this. So there are countries within South Africa. You will find that there are two countries that lie within South Africa. So there is a very good chance that the question might be, what are the two countries that lie within the South Africa, or which country has the countries within it? So the South Africa has got two countries. First one is Lesotho and the second one is Eswatini or Swaziland. Its name is changed right now. So these are the two countries that now we'll go to study. So on the northern side you will find Eswatini, and on the southern side you will find Lesotho. So these are the two countries that lie within South Africa. First you will study about Mbabane, and then this is the capital of Eswatini, and finally you will have Lesotho and Maseru. This is the capital of these two. That is all you need to know about these countries. There is nothing much you need to know as of now. So these two countries lie within South Africa. Zainab, you are right. Nile is the answer. Okay, then we go to three more countries. First one is Botswana, second one is Namibia, and the third one is Angola. Just make sure you know on the map what we are studying. This is South Africa. This is done. Now we are moving northwards. On the northern side, you will find Botswana. Then you will have Namibia and you will have Angola. Now, what is important here is that Botswana is a home for the maximum number of elephants. There are large number of elephants in Botswana. Very important. If ever a question is asked, what is the name of the country that has maximum number of elephants? The name is Botswana. There are a huge number of elephants in Botswana. Number one. Well, after that we'll have Namibia. Namibia, there is going on a crisis in Namibia that we'll discuss later. First, know about the capitals. You have Gaborone, that is the capital of Botswana. You will have Windhoek, that's the capital of Namibia. So we are done with the three countries, that's Botswana, Namibia and Angola. If you don't remember, just remember it as such: B-A-N, BAN. BAN should be your mnemonym here, B-A-N. Botswana, Angola and Namibia. Now, if we look at the news, you can just link it to the places in news as well. Because in Namibia, you will figure that there is a worst drought going on. In Namibia, you will find there is hunger crisis going on, and the government is not able to feed the people in Namibia. That is why they have decided to kill the wild animals to feed their people. So they have decided to kill at least 700 to 800 wild animals, including less than a few hundred elephants. They have decided to kill to feed their population. So this can be the question, because this has been in news. This can be associated with the places in news where you will be asked about the country that has decided to kill the wild animals to feed their people. So where is it? It's Namibia. Just know the location. It shares the border with South Africa. Then you have Botswana on this side and Angola as well. So these are the countries that are associated. You'll find the ocean on this side, that is Atlantic Ocean. So that is the location of Namibia, because this has been in news. Now moving on, this is a map that I would like to ask you a few questions to see whether you're active or not. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Tell me the country that is having a worst food crisis. What is the number of the country? I've given just 1, 2, 3 and 4. There is a country where food crisis is going on. There is a worst drought and they have decided to kill the animals. Please comment the number of the country. What is the number of the country? 1, 2, 3, 4. I would love to see how good you're remembering the things. If you have any issues with the visibility or it's not clear, then this is 3, and on the southern side it's 4. Zainab 4. That is right. Good job. So that means you're in the game. What is the name of the country that has 2 countries within it as well? Just tell me in the comments. Name the country that has 2 countries within it as well. So let's move forward. Now we go to the central part. Now we will move towards the central part of Africa. In the central part of Africa, we'll start with C5. What is C5? 5 countries starting with C. We'll find 5 countries here that start with C. Starting with Democratic Republic of the Congo. It starts with D, I know, but Congo is the main name. Democratic Republic of Congo, number 1. On its western part, you will find Republic of Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo and Republic of Congo. Don't get confused. Correct, Zainab. Don't get confused between the two. Democratic Republic has a huge size as compared to Republic. So you can just figure it out based on the size as well. The capital is in Kinshasa, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Then you have Republic of Congo. These are the 2 countries starting with C. Then let's go to Nishita Nair, correct. Then you go to Central African Republic, that lies on the northern side. Then you have Cameroon and Chad. Clear? These are the 5 countries in the central area of the African continent that start with C. What are the 5 C's? Let us revise them. Democratic Republic of Congo, the bigger country. This is the bigger country. Then the smaller one is the Republic of Congo. This is the Republic of Congo. This is the Republic of Congo. This is Democratic Republic of Congo. Then you have Central African Republic, C-A-R, CAR, Central African Republic. This is, then you have Chad, C-H-A-D, Chad here on the northernmost part, and then you will find Cameroon here. So don't get confused between the countries. Okay, is it clear? There's one important thing that I will add here because of the IR issues that are going here. There is a country named Rwanda that lies on the eastern side of Democratic Republic of Congo. You tell me in the comments what is the capital of Rwanda. I have mentioned it already because the capital is very important as far as the environmental studies are concerned. So tell me in the comments what is the capital of Rwanda. Okay. Now, Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda are having an issues because there is a rebel group in Rwanda that are fighting with the forces of Democratic Republic of Congo. So there are the tensions going on, and this was in news again. This was in news this year. You can see the news from March. They conflict in the Eastern Congo. What is the Eastern Congo? That means the part that shares its border with Rwanda. The fight is on between the Congolese army and the Rwandan-based M23. M23 is the name of the rebel group. Don't get confused. Kigali, that's right, Zainab. You are right. So there is a fight between the Congo army and the M23 rebel group. The M23 rebel group belongs to Rwanda and the Congo army are trying to hold them, but there is a conflict going on. This is the news that was there in the month of March. So you should know about the location of these countries because you can be asked about these countries as well. If you look at the DRC, that is Democratic Republic of Congo, then you will find Rwanda here. So you should know what are the countries that are sharing the border with these places, because whenever there is such kind of a thing, is there something wrong with the mic? Is everybody feeling the same thing? You can tell me in the comments, please. Is everybody getting the problems in the voice? Okay, just a second. Just give me a second. Okay, it's clear for some people, but not for everyone. Malharvizi, it's clear. When you move, okay, I'll limit my movement, and if you get any problems, just let me know. I'll just try to limit my movement. But is it not audible at all? Is it too bad? Okay, I'll try to limit my movement so that there is no problem. If you face the problem again, you can tell me. Okay, just do tell me in the comments. I'll try to limit my movement. So, shall we continue? Okay, thanks for the thumbs up. So let us start again. Okay. Thank you, Zainab. Thank you, Nishita. So what I was telling about is the countries, the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda, these are having the problems. The tensions are in these areas. So UPSC has a habit, and you know UPSC always asks the question from the places in news, and especially from the African continent. It has been a favorite continent. You will, it's not that bad. We can understand the concepts easily. Thank you very much. So these are the places in news you'll find Democratic Republic. That is why I'm focusing more on DRC. You can see all the countries that are sharing the border with DRC because this place has been in news. The rebel group M23. Okay. Then okay, let's continue. This is South Sudan also sharing the border with this. We have already done with South Sudan, and then we have CAR, Central African Republic, that's on the northern part, and then you will find other countries as well. I think it's fine now. We can proceed. Okay, let's proceed further. There is very important thing that you need to know here. You will find a lake in this place, which has been in news as far as the environment is concerned, because the lake is drying up. The lake is drying up, that is why it has been in news. The name of the lake is Lake Chad, because of the country Chad. Okay, the name of the lake is Lake Chad. The lake has been drying up. So you can also get a question from this place as well, because of the drying up of the Lake Chad. So it is surrounded by 4 countries again. The 4 countries, Chad, Cameroon, C1, C2, then you will find Nigeria, N1, and you will find Niger. There is a country here called Niger. This is N2. So there are 4 countries surrounding the Lake Chad. That is Chad, Cameroon, Nigeria, and Niger. Clear? So this is about the C5. I hope you got it. This was the news that was there about the M23 rebels. This is all about the Lake Chad that I was just discussing. In 1963, you can look at the size of the lake, the water, amount of water that was present there, then how gradually over the period of time it started to decrease. The size of the lake has decreased a lot in 1987, 1997, and this is the situation in 2007. This is the lake. It's totally gone. Okay, there is just a little bit of water left, otherwise the lake is gone. Now this is very important because these are the important things as far as the environment is concerned. Because the lake is drying up, you might as well get questions from this place as well. That is why the place becomes very important. Remember the name: Chad, Cameroon, Niger and Nigeria. These are four countries that are associated with Lake Chad. Clear? Shall we move? Now we come to very important places, that is Nigeria. What else do you know? This is the location of Nigeria here. This is the location of Nigeria. Just know where you are studying on the map, otherwise you will get confusion. It is located on the western side, the western part of Africa, Nigeria. What else do you need to know about Nigeria? The capital of Nigeria, that is Abuja. ABUJ. Don't get confused with the capital of South Sudan. There is a similar name for the capital of South Sudan, and where you can tell me in the comments what is the name of the capital of South Sudan. It is something like this, but not exactly the same. So don't get confused between the two. The capital of Nigeria is Abuja, and there are some important places that you need to know. First one is Port Harcourt, that is associated with Niger River. It is associated with Niger River, Port Harcourt, and second one is Lagos. This is another important port that is there. So these are some of the important ports that are there in Nigeria and some important places that you need to know about Nigeria. Okay, so let's go to next country, that is Niger, Niger. Niger lies to the north of Nigeria. As you saw, this was Nigeria, then you will find Niger on the north side of Nigeria. Is it clear? If you have any questions, Ababa, I guess. No, Zainab, the capital is Juba. It's Juba. You can check it. Okay. Now you said that it's Addis Ababa. You can tell me which country has the capital Addis Ababa. That's also a question. Okay. Now look at Niger. What else you need to know here is that Niamey is the capital of this place, and river Niger flows through this country. This is the only thing that you need to know about Niger. It lies to the north. Don't get confused between Nigeria and Niger. Okay, Nigeria is to the north of Niger. Okay, Nigeria in the south and Niger in the north. And what is there in Nigeria? You know about the two ports, Port Harcourt, and in Niger you need to know only that river Niger flows through it. And Port Harcourt is associated with river Niger. Is it clear? Do you have any issues with the mapping up until now? If I put a blank map, will you be able to identify all the countries? If you are okay with this, then we'll move on. We'll go forward. Any issues, you can tell me. Is the mic okay? Is the sound quality good? If you're facing any trouble, just let me know please in the comments. It's okay, Zainab, no problem, but you're doing good, your answers are good, I really appreciate that. Then we come to another part of Africa, the Western Africa. We'll study about some of the coasts that are there that were used for the trade, in the ancient times. See the date, the slave ports and the grain coast. These are some of the ports. But first look at the map of Africa. See, here you will find Liberia on this side. Look at the map first. Just keep this map. This is Liberia. Okay. This is Cote d'Ivoire. Then you will find Ghana. Then you will find Togo. See, this is Liberia. Then you will find Cote d'Ivoire, then you will find Ghana, then you will find Togo, Benin and Nigeria. Remember the sequence properly because this is very important. I will tell you what is going to come after this. Liberia, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Togo, Benin and Nigeria. These are the places that you need to know. Now I'll tell you why they are important, because in the ancient times there certain elements or the things were traded from these places. First, if you go into Liberian part, you will find it is called as the grain coast. Why? Because grains were taken from this place, and this is the Atlantic Ocean. As you know, they were traded to other parts of the world, especially the American, because the America was developing. So grains were taken from Liberia. Remember, it will be a match the following. Liberia is matched. You have to match it with grain coast. Then Ivory Coast. What do you think? The Ivory Coast. Which country will be associated with it? The name itself suggests which country has to be associated with it. That's Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire deals with the Ivory Coast. It was called the Ivory Coast for the Ivory Coast, for the Ivory trade. Then you will have Liberia for the grain coast, because grains were traded from this place. Then you will have Gold Coast. Gold Coast is Ghana. The Ghana is called the Gold Coast because of the presence of gold in this place. If you are in my course for physical geography, you will know about why the gold is there and how continental drift and other things. I already taught it there. So Ghana is known as the Gold Coast. So 3 coasts up until now. What's this? Liberia. What is this? Grain Coast. Cote d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast, and Ghana for gold, known for gold trade, so it was called as the Gold Coast. Then you get to other 3 parts, that is what I told you after this: Togo, Benin, and Nigeria. It is known as Slave Coast. This is Ghana, this is done. Then you have Togo, Benin, and Nigeria. This is called as the Slave Coast because this coast was used for slave trade. Clear about the trade? Everything, which coast belongs to which part. So I'm hiding this part and I want you to answer me in the comments. Liberia is used for what kind of trade? What was used for in the past? What was traded from this place? Which type of coast is this? Tell me in the comments quickly. Liberia. What was traded from Liberia? You know about the Gold Coast and the Ivory Coast and other things. Liberia is what kind of a coast? Tell me in the comments quickly because I just taught it. There are just 4 things that you know. Liberia, you have Liberia, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, and then Nigeria. 4 things. You have slaves and grains and other things. Then tell me quickly, what was Liberia used for? Liberia used for trade of what? Grain coast. Correct, Zainab. That's good. You are right. So these are some of the places that were used in the ancient times for the trade of certain things. So the name. Clear about this? So let's move on to the next part of the Africa, that is Mali. There is nothing much that you need to know about it. Just in order to understand where Mali is, if you want to recognize it, it's M-shaped country. M-shaped country. And the Tropic of Cancer will pass through it as well. If you look at this, this is the Tropic of Cancer that is passing through Mali. Is it clear? That is Mali, the M-shaped country. Bamako is its capital. You will find Timbuktu here as well, very famous thing. And then we move to the next part of the Africa, that is Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso, why do we want to study it? Is there something interesting about it? Yes, there is, because it was in news. Just look at this map where it's located. This is the location of the country, because there was a very deadly terror attack this year. This year there was a very deadly, just a couple of months back, there was a very deadly terror attack where more than 200 people were killed and 140 civilians were injured by an organization named as Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal-Muslimin, and which is believed to be linked to Al-Qaeda. That is why Burkina Faso becomes very important as far as the places in news are concerned. You will find this organization killing more than 200 people and injuring around 150 people. Okay, so that is why Burkina Faso becomes very important for us. So these are some of the countries. We didn't study all the countries because this is what we need. Sorry, election. Sure, why not? So this is about the African continent. We are done with this. We have studied almost all the continent, but there are still some countries, but I figured out that they were not that important. That's why I skipped them. As an example, you will find some countries here, like you have Gambia, then you will have Western Sahara, some Sierra Leone, and some other places. These are some of the countries that we skipped because I figured out that these are not that important. If you know only the location of the countries that we have studied, this is more than enough to help you to understand the physical geography. Because when we are going to study about the physical geography, you will have to look. See, if we are here, there are so many lakes, and as I think Zainab in the previous class did tell about it, that the Africa is splitting. and this is the Rift Valley lakes. These are the Rift Valley lakes that are there. So when I tell you where the Rift Valley lakes are, you should know which countries are associated with these. That is why first we did the political map of Africa. After this we'll be doing the physical map, so that you easily understand where the Sahara Desert will be, where Atlas Mountains will be, where is the Lake Victoria, all these things, so that you easily memorize these things and as well. So now you will be able to answer all the questions regarding the political map, as I initially showed you about the Tropic of Cancer. Now you can tell easily the countries that are associated with this. Then you have equator, you can easily guess the name of the countries, and same with the Tropic of Capricorn as well. So that is all about today's class. Now I'd like to ask you a few questions. This is the map of Africa that we are done with. So this is a country called as Slave Coast. Just tell me the name of the country. This is a country that was tagged as the Slave Coast. What is the name of the country? Yes, sir. Horn of Africa. You are right. Horn of Africa is a part of it. It's all splitting. So answer my comments quickly now. Answer my questions quickly. Slave Coast. What is the name of the country? It's the Slave Coast. Just be a bit more active in the comments now. I want the answers to be very fast. Nigeria. Right, Zainab. You are right. This is the prime meridian. You know about the prime meridian that passes through Greenwich. Okay, then you will have the Tropic of Capricorn as well. Now look, the two are intersecting with each other. Now tell me the name of the country in which they are intersecting, in which they are bifurcating each other, in which they are passing through. Tell me the name of this country. What is the name of this country? If you know about the map, you should be able to answer such questions very easily. What is the name of the country through which these two pass and intersect? Dua Khan, that's right. Nigeria. Now answer this question. Through which these pass and they intersect. What do you think? You want a hint? Oh, Zainab, this is the largest country in Africa. This is the largest country in Africa. Libya is not the answer. It's Algeria. Okay? It's Algeria, largest country. This is where the two will intersect. Okay? Then ask me if I tell you something else. Can you answer quickly? Be quick, because this is the end of our political map of Africa. So we have Horn of Africa, S, E, E and D. Which is the country which starts with D? What is the name of the country that starts with D? In the Horn of Africa, there is a country that starts with D. What is the name of the country? Come on, guys. What are you waiting for? Can be a bit more active. Correct, Djibouti. Very good. You're getting great answers. Thank you very much for paying such attention in the class. I think we are done with the political part of Africa. In the next class, we'll start with the physical part of Africa. So do join me there. We'll be doing it from probably on next Saturday. And do tell me in the comments as well if you want more of the geography lectures or the mapping lectures. I would love to hear it from you. What do you want more of? Because I'll then schedule it accordingly. You can tell me, because you are the ones, I figure you are there in every class. So I'll schedule my lectures according to that. If you want me to bring more of the mapping classes, because mapping is a very good material for the prelims. If you want it for prelims, then I'll bring that thing only. And I'll reduce the frequency of the geography classes. So that is what I'm going to do. Whatever you feel is okay. Both. Okay, Nishita. I'll try and balance both the things. So I think that's all for today. If you have any other question left, you can ask me in the comments. I'll see you next time on Tuesday with the geography lecture, and then on Saturday with the mapping lecture as well. Thank you very much for today's class, and see you. Bye-bye.